Let's build with the new Sims 4 Enchanted by Nature expansion pack. Yay! Thank you so much to the EA Creator Network for giving me extra early access so I could play with this pack. And as usual, I'm not being paid to make this video. I was just lucky enough to receive early access, which I'm very excited for. So the Enchanted by Nature expansion pack is currently available to pre-order and will be available to purchase on July 10th. And if you do decide to pre-order it or purchase it down the road, please do consider using code DoctorAshley at checkout, and 5% of your purchase will go towards supporting me instead of to EA. Also, if you do order the pack before August 21st, you will receive some extra goodies with your purchase. And with all that being said, let's dive into the magical world of Innisgreen. Okay, here is the world map for Innisgreen. As you can see, we have 3 different neighborhoods as per usual, and we have 14 lots total. Each neighborhood has a completely different vibe, so this one down here is for like the normal Sims, the mortal being, and then over here is where it's kind of a hybrid between humans and fairies, and then the top left-hand corner here, Everdo, is like full-on fairyland. So there's definitely something here for everyone, even if you're not completely into the whole fairy thing. I think these 2 neighborhoods would still be super relevant to you, but I personally like these top 2 neighborhoods the most. They just feel the most unique and different. This bottom neighborhood didn't really spark a ton of inspiration for me. I feel like the top 2 more enchanted neighborhoods are really the selling feature of this pack. So I'm gonna actually take you guys to my all-time favorite lot in the entire world by far, and we're gonna be building on that lot today, obviously. So here we are in the neighborhood of Everdo. This is like the fairy realm and where all of the fairies would live. And look at how cool this lot is. It's like in a tree, and then there's this really intense, scary bridge to get to your home. I just think that's so interesting and different. I also love when lots have a lot of like built-in landscaping, so you don't have to put in all of the heavy lifting to make the lot look nice. Like, it already looks really beautiful. By far, in terms of first impressions, this is my favorite lot. So for today's build, I don't think I'm gonna have any kind of challenge or gimmicks. I'm just gonna start building and see what I can do with this pack. This is my first time playing with this pack, so it's gonna be a lot of my first impressions too. I feel like it's been a while since I've just sat down and built something completely random without like a challenge attached to it. That being said, this pack does come with a new career. It's the naturopath career. So let me know if you want me to build a house for a naturopath for our career salary build challenge. I wouldn't say that fairy or enchanted homes are really my specialty or my strength in The Sims, but I think adding a turret structure or a rounded room like this is always a pretty good start when it comes to enchanted builds. Maybe let's bring these eaves out a little bit more and then, I don't know, curve it even more perhaps? Next, let's grab this gabled roof piece and then also add some curvature to it. Let's curve this part up and then this part down. Very cute, very enchanted feeling. Okay, I think this is the silhouette we're going with. There's kind of this floating room element, which I feel like is okay because it's supposed to be a magical home anyways. If I were doing like a normal build, I would probably fill this in with another room underneath, but I actually think that kind of works. Let's raise this entire home up on a foundation so we can check out some of the new foundations that this pack offers. We have this new mossy stone foundation, which is really pretty. I am very pleased to say that there are a lot of swatches as well. What is that, like over 3 rows, 4 rows? That's pretty good. For the roof swatches, we have 2. We have these shingles, which look really cute. They'd be perfect for our rounded section. Again, with so many swatches, oh my gosh. Pink? Pink's kind of cute, huh? Wow, they gave us all the really cute and fun colors like blue, pink, purple, but then they also gave us more normal swatches as well. The second roof swatch is this Whispering Moss roof blanket, which is very intriguing. It's basically like a grass roof texture. I hope that means we got the matching roof trim. Yes, we did. Perfect. I would have been pretty irritated if we didn't, not gonna lie. Okay, all of the grass textures look really similar, so it's kind of hard to figure out which one is the exact matching one. I guess it doesn't really matter that much because grass doesn't all have to be the same color. And then for our shingled roofs, we have this kind of wooden roof trim with a very subtle design on it. We got a lot of cute roof decor pieces with this pack, and also the new base game update included the ability to add grass and plants to the actual roof, which is so cool. I really love how they added this feature for the base game as well. So even if you don't want to buy the Enchanted by Nature expansion pack, you can still kind of achieve a similar look in the base game. Let's go in first with these cute dormer windows. Let's also go in with this pointy thing. Oh, apparently it's supposed to be a chimney, which is kind of interesting. I was thinking of putting it on the top right here. Hopefully that's okay if it's a chimney and it's on the top there. It should be fine. I'm not really sure how I want to incorporate these flowers on the roof. I guess it makes the most sense to kind of put them on the mossy roof texture. We can also include these cute mossy fairy dormers on this side. That looks pretty cute, doesn't it? I kind of like the flowers growing around the dormer windows. Okay, on to the star of the show, which I think are the windows. Look at how cool and different all of these windows are. We have these more fairy looking ones. They have like an irregular shape to them, which are so pretty. But then we also have these wooden windows, which have a little bit more structure to them. They still look enchanted to some degree, but they're a little bit more, you know, symmetrical and proper. I think I'm gonna try and use a combination of all of the windows around this build. I think I like the fact that they all look a little bit irregular and different. It adds more personality to the build. I also don't think magic is supposed to be perfect, so assuming the magical fairy just like made this home with the help of magic, it makes sense to me that everything would be just a little bit different and weird. Okay, what do we have for the door situation? We have quite a few doors. Oh, I do really like these really big doors, but I didn't consider the fact that we're building on a curved structure, so it might not really fit, which is a big shame because I love that. Like, I love the look of that. Maybe I'll have to just use a normal door like this one. Okay, that's definitely slightly disappointing, not gonna lie, but maybe we can fix it by adding a nice large wraparound porch. The large rounded porch definitely makes me feel better and makes up for the lack of a grand entrance and door. Let's go in and replace it with a nicer fence. I don't know why I gravitated towards this pink and blue one. I'm probably not going to use that. I think I should go for a more normal color. I mean, what does normal really even mean? I kind of like this goldy yellow swatch. Should I lean into that a little bit more? Oh, I definitely want to use the matching staircase though. This looks absolutely gorgeous. Once again, there's a bajillion different colors, so we'll have to decide all of that later. There's only like one pinkish blue swatch though. The rest are pretty neutral. These windows work a little bit better on the curved walls. I wonder if I should try these instead. We can kind of bring them all the way around like that. We got this matching wooden wall trim, which I might use on this turret. I don't know. I think that could be kind of cute. Not gonna lie, this build is looking really bad because all of the colors are mismatched, and I think we need to start locking in our color scheme and picking our wallpaper. Truly, I'm really sorry. I don't know how we got to this point where the build just looks like this, and I haven't committed to any kind of color scheme or wall texture or general vibe yet. I know it looks bad, and I'm sorry. I'm gonna fix it right now. What if, like, this thing was actually like a tree trunk? Does that kind of give tree trunk vibes? Is that kind of cool? I could even go as far as, like, putting a full-on tree sprouting out the top. Wait, is that cool or super weird? I mean, okay, it doesn't necessarily look bad, but it also doesn't really look good either. I don't know, it might be a little bit too far out there for me. I'm definitely not opposed to the concept. I just feel like I don't know like how adventurous I am at this point yet. I need to like warm up to it a little bit. Maybe like this pink tree makes a little bit more sense coming out of it. Basically, I'm trying to give off the vibe that this turret structure is almost like a tree trunk because it has that like wood texture, and then naturally there has to be some sort of greenery coming out of it. I don't know, is it too weird? Let's go in with either these garden stones or maybe even just this grassy texture for the porch area. Let's try these stones for this section of the home. I think my vision will work. I just need to figure out the color scheme, but once the color scheme is locked in, I think the silhouette actually does look good, even with this big broccoli tree thing coming out of the roof. So give me a second to fix all of the swatches and I'll be right back. Okay, I think this is approximately the color scheme we're going with. We have the brown neutral wooden section, and then for the stone sections we have like a greeny white neutral color scheme with pops of pink. I'm trying really hard to balance all of the different colors. I want the pop of pink to really come through, so everything else does have to be a little bit more neutral. One thing that I think can be kind of concerning when building with this pack is it can tend to look super busy with all of the colors and textures and details. I know that some people really like the kind of maximalist and really cluttered and busy look, but sometimes I think it detracts from some of the decor and design decisions you make if you just keep adding too much. So I'm gonna try and be really careful with balancing all of the features and things that I want to highlight. But with that being said, the next thing I'm gonna go in with is just some landscaping. This is just from the base game. Going in with some of these base game plain bushes. I like how they're just green, so they don't add any additional colors to the mix. And then just these pink flowers as well to lean into our color scheme. A few rocks as well, just to outline our plant section. And I think that's gonna be it for our front landscaping on this side. Going in with our terrain tool, and I'm just gonna like lower it a little bit over here and then fill it with water. I don't know. I don't really use like the fountain terrain tool very often. I feel like I should, honestly. I'm just like, I don't know, a little bit scared of it sometimes. And then we'll just frame our pond area with a few more pink and purple plants and I don't know, maybe a rock or two. Very cute. I think this is, you know, good enough. Looks pretty cool and different, definitely out of my comfort zone. Let's go in with a few more things for the outside, like some outdoor lights. This fungi chandelier seems to be the only exterior specific lighting object we got. These flower floor lights from the base game would be perfect for a fairy build, so why don't we use some of these to line the pathway? Can somebody tell me if these are new or not? Because I honestly do not remember ever seeing these. Did these come in like the new base game update or something? I swear every single time I play The Sims, I find a new object that I've literally never seen before. So I wouldn't be surprised if I just missed these completely, but I have a feeling they came in an update, right? Please let me know. Okay, these are some of the wall lights we got with the new pack. We have this kind of sconce looking one, but then also this pretty one that actually looks like tree branches. This could be so pretty for our outdoor lighting. Oh my gosh, okay, if you turn the lights off, you can really see how beautiful these are and how much it like illuminates the build. Okay, please excuse me while I go around literally the entire build and add these everywhere, and I'll be back to show you the result. Okay, here is the outdoor lighting all done. I only put the tree branch lighting on the wooden sections of the home, and then for the stone sections I just relied on some of these floor lights instead. But with that being said, I think that's gonna be it for our exterior. It's a little bit out there, it might not be everyone's taste, but I think I did a good job at building a structure that is suitable for this lot and also represents this pack. It's definitely completely out of my comfort zone and unlike anything I've ever done before. Please let me know what you guys think of it so far. I'm excited to go onto the interior. For the floor plan, here we have our foyer area, which is actually sunken down on a platform just so I could have the grass texture here, and then it can transition to wood. Up here will probably be our kitchen, and then this will be our living and dining space, I think. And then upstairs will be all of the bedrooms. So I think we're gonna have enough room for 2 bedrooms. This will be the primary, this will be probably like a kid's bedroom or a nursery, and then 2 bathrooms. And then I don't know what this space is going to be like yet. It depends on what kind of activities and skill building items we have, but it's a pretty basic floor plan. I'm hoping this is going to be really functional for a fairy and for some fairy gameplay, but obviously we won't really know until we start looking at the items. So let's get started, I think, on the kitchen area, just because I know we have a new kitchen set with this pack. Oh my goodness, nothing makes me happier than seeing a new kitchen set, especially in an expansion pack. You guys know how I feel about expansion packs and new kitchen sets, and it is that they should be mandatory. Okay, never mind, I spoke too soon. There isn't a new kitchen set. There's just new kitchen counters and cabinets, which, I mean, yeah, I definitely will admit I got excited for no reason because I thought we had a new stove and fridge. This vintage looking base game one is probably fine, but I can't lie when I say I'm slightly disappointed that we don't have like a matching fridge and stove. Like, come on. We already have the like woodsy tree looking counters. Why didn't they just give us a stove and fridge while they're at it, you know, so it looks more integrated? It's just not right, especially with a pack that has a design style as niche as this. Like, you can't really expect us to just put a good old stainless steel fridge with it, you know? I feel like you have to give us a matching fridge and stove. I don't know, am I being like way too picky and harsh? I feel like I'm being pretty reasonable here. You know what? Let's just get over it and see what we can do. We have these nice countertops. Those are good. And we have these nice bar stools as well. Those are so pretty. It would have looked really pretty with the matching stove, but you know what? I have to get over it. Let's just move on. It is what it is. I do have one compliment to give this kitchen set, and that's the fact that the sink perfectly integrates into the counters. Like, that is very satisfying, so I'll give them that. There has been some partial redemption here. Here is the kitchen layout that I've gone with. It is a pretty large kitchen layout. I'm not completely sold on the color scheme. I'm thinking of changing these counters completely. Tell me why this neutral beige and wood tone is kind of speaking to me. Oh gosh, not me just being super boring and reverting back to my neutral color palette. Trust the process, you guys. We might be able to do something nice here. This mossy stucco wallpaper is honestly kind of cute. Okay, this new mossy looking rug would be perfect. And then going in with these cool leafy vine type curtains. Basically, my plan is to keep the kitchen pretty neutral, but then make it a little bit more colorful with greenery. Look at all these cute little tabletop plants we got. It looks like we can put these empty like tabletop plants, and then we're able to fill it with these plants. So there's like a few different options. I really love that concept. I feel like they haven't really done that before. Let's try another one of these tabletop plants in this corner. We'll go in with a little mini monstera instead. Let's try and mix in a few base game plants as well. It will help to add in a little bit more color as well, since the plants from the new pack seem to be a little bit more on the neutral side. I'm just in the clutter section of the new pack, and I'm gonna raise some of this clutter up on the shelf here. This item appears to be an apothecary set. Wait a second, we got this mosaic backsplash with the new pack as well. Should I try and put it on this wall here? I feel like we need to try it, don't we? I think that looks pretty cute. It also matches our color scheme we have going on in here. This hanging tree branch is a perfect choice to tie the whole room together. And that's gonna be our Enchanted by Nature kitchen, all done. I love the layout. I think it's really interesting, and I love all of the naturey aspects to this room. I will say, I think I played it a little bit safe with the color scheme here, reverting back to neutral brown and white tones, but at the same time, a lot of the swatches that were available were on the browner side and kind of neutral looking, because this is like a nature pack. So I think it still looks whimsical and over the top. So let me know what you guys think of these kitchen items, and also let me hear your thoughts on the fact that we didn't get a matching stove and fridge. How does that make you feel? Sound off down below, and let's move on to our living room, shall we? Okay, maybe we can do something a little bit more colorful in this room. Hopefully we got a new fireplace. Oh my gosh, we got two. Thank goodness. So we have this one, which is kind of rocky, I guess. And then this one, which looks more like a traditional fireplace. I think maybe this one would be more fun to try and use. I don't know if it's a little bit too out there. I guess it kind of depends what our love seat looks like. Oh my goodness. Okay, look at this thing. Interesting. I don't know why, but for some reason the shape of the couch like makes me feel uncomfortable. But, you know, it's cool. It's cool. It's very stylized. And then we have this bench as well. Ooh, I really like this bench actually. That's super cute. I think I might have to use this bench outside, maybe in this corner or something. I also love all of the different swatches it comes with. The first swatch is probably good. Let's do that. So we actually only got one indoor love seat, which is fine. And then we have two side chairs to choose from. They're kind of the same, like they kind of match. One just has a cushion on it. For coffee table, we have this kind of fairy looking one, you know, pretty good. It matches the vibe. Oh my gosh, I love this item. I love a cool accent table. Like immediately I'm thinking I could use this table in like a normal kind of contemporary build and kind of style it with some more modern pieces. I'm very excited about this item. And then besides that, we just have some rugs to choose from. We already used the mossy one in the kitchen. And then this one's giving like Animal Crossing vibes with the leaf. Hold on a second. Look at this swatch. It's like a dragon. Wait, I really like that. I kind of want to base the entire room around the rug. And I feel like this pattern is my favorite, don't you guys think? I don't know, should we like darken the walls or something? Going in with this mushroom overhead light. We can't really use the coffee table because that will just completely cover up our dragon, which defeats the purpose. So I might go in with one from the base game. I think there's a glass one that I often like to use. It also comes in this pink swatch, which is kind of perfect. Oh, I also noticed we have some more picnic benches from the new pack, so I'm just gonna place them outside here. You guys know me, I always like to use every single item from the new pack if I can. Do I have room for another bench? Probably. Against here? Yes, we can always make another bench work. This bench doesn't seem as enchanted. It kind of just looks like a regular city bench, but that's fine. Okay, this is what our living room is looking like so far, based around this particular rug. I think it looks super cute and also completely different from our kitchen vibe. Let's try and go in with one of these bookshelves. Oh my goodness, look at how large this bookshelf is. I feel like it might even be too tall for our wall height, so maybe we can size it down and put it upstairs. Let's try this more normal sized bookshelf instead. Grab this little toadstool book cluster as well to add to our bookshelf. Tell me why I absolutely need to put this cute little acorn lamp on the top here. I don't know, he just looks so happy to be on top there. All that's left is to add in a few decor pieces. I'm just putting some things on the mantle here. Obviously, we need more plants. Whatever this thing is, the Fae Fan Bell. It's giving the Beauty and the Beast rose, except the fairy version. Maybe just another potted plant in the center as well. This cluster of picture frames fits perfectly in the corner. We have a variety of different swatches, which is nice. And this tree branch lamp, I'm just gonna size it down by 1 and kind of put it over top of the couch here, almost like a reading light. I feel like I'm gonna be using this light a lot in any kind of whimsical fairy plant lover's bedroom. Okay, I think that's gonna be it for our fairy living room for now. I love how the color scheme turned out, and I did a good job at being a little bit more adventurous as compared to the kitchen. So let me know what you guys think of this living room. Now let's move on to the dining room. We did get 2 new dining table options. We have this long one and also this circular one. Oh my goodness, we also got this super intense like bar back object, and then this really beautiful semicircle bar, which unfortunately is a little bit too big for our home today. Maybe for the sake of using both dining tables, I can put one outside instead so we can have an outdoor eating area. This outdoor one would be cute with the lower chairs. I guess I should stick to a similar color scheme as the living room just so it feels cohesive. A green rug would be nice though. It kind of ties into our plant right there. And yet another potted plant in the center of the dining table. I hope you guys aren't tired of potted plants yet. You know, it's really shocking actually that we only got 1 painting with this entire expansion pack. This one's not even a real painting. It's just like a backsplash. For some reason that seems kind of odd to me. You'd think there'd be a little bit more artwork to choose from. I guess we got some of these more like naturey wall decor pieces instead, which is still nice. We can have it kind of frame this base game mirror or something. Let's replace the pot light with, I don't know, maybe this cute little chandelier or something. For some reason it makes the room feel a little bit homey in a way. Okay, I've just sorted by the entire pack because I feel like I always end up missing some items somehow, like some of these storage cabinets, which could be good for our dining room slash living room. It looks like it's supposed to be like an apothecary set, which might actually work better up here in like this little section or something. So maybe I'll save these items for this top section instead. But I just wanted to sort by the entire pack just to make sure I'm not like missing something obvious. I think that's gonna be it for our living room and dining room area. I think this is a really cute room. It definitely feels very fairy-like. For now, I think it's about time we moved on upstairs. I know we haven't done the foyer yet, but I am seeing all these cute items for the bedroom and I want to get started on them right away. Okay, first of all, we have this giant canopy bed, which is so pretty for our primary bedroom. And then we have a bassinet, a crib, and a toddler bed. I don't know what age we should make it for yet, so I'll just include all of them for now. We did get this really cute desk, which would be nice for an office area right here. I think this must be the matching desk chair. We have these floating shelves and also these like mushroom shelves, which are so cute. Even if you don't use these as a shelf, it's just a really cute like wall decor piece. Oh my gosh, look at this dresser item. It's like a clothing rack, but it's actually just like a branch. That's so cute. Here are the clothing items that go on it. I love that. It looks like so fairy coated. It's giving like ACOTAR, which by the way, comment down below if you have read or are currently reading the ACOTAR series, because I think I'm on book 4 right now, and it's like one of my favorite series by far. For the bathroom area, we did get a full bathroom set. We have this really interesting looking wall shower, this moss toilet, which is perfect, and also this jet bathtub, which is especially important if we want to have a toddler living here. Ooh, I just noticed we got this new mailbox object, so we have to place it outside here. Of course, it has all of the matching swatches. Another dresser option. I really like how this one has like 2 levels to it. It almost is like a built-in side table, kind of, which is an interesting concept. I kind of like that. We have a lot of different toys for the kids. Look at how cute this little mushroom toy is. Also this dragon and the, oh my gosh, this is like a full-on toy box. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. It's like an acorn. I thought it was like a little tiny acorn plushie, but this is way cuter as a toy box. I love that. I'm always so intrigued by the concept of a toy box too, because I never had a toy box growing up. I just like had my toys everywhere. I mean, I guess I had like a toy box bin, but it wasn't like a cute aesthetic toy box like that. It was like a Rubbermaid box, like one you'd find in a garage, or you just like put your toys in like a bag. Obviously, we're gonna be including another one of these kind of plant branch lamps. I love that one. I can definitely feel myself solidifying my favorite objects, you know? Like there are objects I just know are gonna be memorable to me and ones that I'm gonna always be using. This mirror is very intense and takes up a lot of room, but I must admit, it does fit the theme, so we will use it. It's not my favorite thing in the world. Actually, it has the potential to grow on me. I think I like this leafy mirror a little bit more. I can see myself using this one a few more times. Okay, I feel like I've placed nearly every fairy object from the pack onto the top floor here, so now it's time to actually go in and style everything. I've just like barfed up all the objects and it doesn't look great right now, so hopefully I can fix that. My very honest first impression is I feel like there's less build items than usual in an expansion pack. I do know that the gameplay is quite extensive with this pack, so maybe that makes sense, but at the same time I feel like, yeah, I mean, my initial thought is just that it feels a little light on the furniture side. I feel like usually with expansion packs, we always get 2 different sets of furniture items, like 2 styles kind of put into one. In this case, we only got 1 furniture style, which is just like fairy, woodsy, mushroom, enchanted items. Like we didn't get a secondary style like usual, if you know what I mean. Obviously right now I only have the base game and the new expansion pack, but I am finding I'm like kind of running out of items to use, it feels like, and everything is very, very, very matchy-matchy. I am interested to see how this pack performs when I have all of my other packs with me as well. Instead of end tables, let's try and go in with these mushroom shelves. I think that could be super cute. We'll put a mushroom on top of the mushroom, and this can be our side table lamp. Going in with this balance reset kit. It's from the Naturopath Career, and there isn't much else we really need in this room, so I guess we'll just go in with some more plants. Just mixing and matching a bunch of these. I don't think I've used these succulents yet, so let's go in with that one, and I love a Mascara, so we have to use another one. How much do you want to bet that the Sims team saw how well the Blooming Rooms kit did and clued into the fact that Simmers love plants, and they were like, okay, you like plants? We'll give you plants. We'll give you a whole expansion pack dedicated to plants. I am definitely not mad at it. I love me some plants. You want plants? We'll give you some plants. Going in with just a few curtains. I don't really want to put them on every single window because I like the natural light. Personally, I never really like the curtains in The Sims that like cover up the entire window because it just like, I don't know, like ruins the lighting vibe, you know? We'll put a few just to say we used it, okay? And last but not least, going in with my favorite tree branch overhead light to finish off the room. And here's our primary fairy bedroom all done. I love how it's kind of in a tree trunk, and I love how I basically only used items from the new pack, and the color scheme looks completely different to the other rooms I've done so far. Moving on to our toddler slash baby slash infant bedroom. This is very painful, but we actually don't have room for my favorite tree lamp. So we're gonna have to opt for the wall version instead, which is fine. Like I like these ones a lot. I feel like this dragon kind of fits the vibe, so I'm gonna put it right next to the bassinet here. Obviously, whatever stage of life your kid is in, you can like delete some items and put other like skill building items instead, or a dollhouse or a changing table. But for the sake of presenting all of these nice items, I've laid it out like so. Now I'm just gonna go in and change the color scheme to something a little bit different. We haven't really used this light peachy pink color yet. It also has hints of blue, which could work with some of the blue pieces as well. Oh my goodness, for the wallpaper, we have to go in with this new one from the pack. It's called Into the Starlit Woods, and it's perfect for a kid's bedroom. Look at all of these like cool colors they have. Basically all of the swatches look good. It just slightly changes the vibe, whichever one we do choose. This one makes things a little bit more moody. This one makes things really dark. Wow, this is a really versatile piece. I think this is gonna be perfect for so many kids' bedrooms in the future. Let's switch up the overhead light with the Space Game Cloud one. This is a classic for basically all kids' bedrooms. Oh my gosh, we almost missed this freezer bunny fairy. That is so cute. I kind of want this plushie in real life. Sims team, if you're listening. Oh, I totally didn't realize that this acorn was actually a nightlight, and I did in fact place it downstairs in the living room. So you know what? I'm just gonna leave it. It doesn't hurt to have a nightlight in the living room, right? It's not doing any harm, I can tell you that. Also, it kind of looks like these plushies are friends and like talking to each other, so that's really cute. I know this room is already pretty full, but I feel like this base game unicorn decal would look really cute in this forest backdrop. This bunny decal over the crib as well. It kind of looks like they're trying to reach for the branch or something. And here is our enchanted baby slash toddler bedroom all done. I think we made really good use of this space and made good use of all of the new items. I think that this pack is especially good for kids' bedrooms because you can make some really cute, stylized, enchanted bedrooms, which I always love having a lot of fun with kids' bedrooms in particular. Let's quickly get these bathrooms out of the way. I'm gonna use mainly just the items we got with the new pack. The moss stucco wallpaper actually looks really great in bathrooms. I just went in with a few base game essentials like some hand towels and the toilet paper, and this is our first bathroom all done. Besides the shower and the toilet, you've basically seen me use all of these items throughout the build already, but I think this goes to show how versatile all of the items are, because this is a really pretty bathroom and a color combination that I don't think I've used yet, and I'm thoroughly impressed with this bathroom. We have one more bathroom to do over here. Let's try and do something a little bit different. We haven't really leaned into this dark purpley vibe so much yet, so why don't we try it here? The purpley swatch is definitely a little bit more witchy and more of a dark magic vibe. And here's our second bathroom all done with a little bit more of a darker purple vibe instead. Okay, the only room left for us to do upstairs is this little landing area, which is going to be our office slash kind of apothecary station. I feel like I was quite experimental with all of the other rooms, and it's starting to look really busy up here, so I'm gonna go for something a little bit more neutral with this office. I feel like I've earned it. I don't think we've used this decoration set yet, so I'm gonna put it in the hallway. I don't know if this is a glitch or not, but this apothecary tabletop organizer says it's the perfect piece of decor for anyone's desk, but it doesn't fit on the desk. It also doesn't fit on the apothecary table or on the shelf, so I'm not really sure where this is supposed to go. So I'm just gonna, you know, raise it up manually and put it on this shelf, I guess. It's kind of annoying that it doesn't snap to it, but you know, it is The Sims, so what else is new? It's still a cute clutter piece nonetheless. This apothecary study set does snap to the desk, so we'll include that. Also, this gnome in a frame I think would be cute on our shelf. Oh, there's other swatches. There's also this like Mother Nature swatch, which is kind of nice. I forgot that these mushrooms were actually shelves, so let's put some clutter on them. Of course, we have to put some more plants. For the overhead light, I'm actually going to keep the base game pot light and just size down this ceiling fan. I just feel like I've been using the exact same overhead lights over and over and over again, which tends to happen when I only have the base game and one pack installed, so I'm just trying to change things up, going in with this Fairy Haven sconce light kind of as our desk lamp. And here's our cozy apothecary slash office area all done. We got to use some items that we haven't been able to use up until now, and I surprisingly really like this desk item. I think it's really interesting looking, especially with the like shelving built into it. I think that was really creative, and I also really like the mushroom shelves. I'm definitely going to be using those a lot in future builds. But with that being said, this is our upstairs area all done. I definitely feel like each room individually looks really good, but when you throw them all together, it is a little bit much for my taste. But you know, this is a full-on fairy build, so I think I experimented with a lot of different color schemes, so please let me know what you guys think of it. Our final room is the downstairs room, which is this lobby area. I kind of neglected it in the beginning. Maybe we can have a little bit of an indoor garden vibe. It kind of makes sense because it's like grassy here. We can just make it look kind of messy and casual and just place a bunch of these pots around. Oh my gosh, we can actually size up the plants too if we want like a bigger Monstera plant. Good to know, good to know. Let's just go with that for the gardening area, and then on this side we'll go in with some base game essentials. Okay, I know this probably isn't the most exciting foyer area in the world, but that's gonna be it for our entryway. The only thing that's left to add is maybe some finishing touches out here, a few more gardening plots, just so we can make sure we have enough room to fully garden everything we want to. We'll make sure to put a few lights here so you can do your gardening at all hours of the day. And with that, we are all done with our very first build using the Enchanted by Nature expansion pack. Oh my gosh, it's been such a long time. I kind of forgot what the outside looked like, And wow, this build was very experimental. This was my first time ever seeing the items that came with this pack. I didn't really have a plan or a vibe going into this build. I just wanted to make something enchanted and fairy-like, and I feel like I accomplished that. As far as first impressions go, I can definitely see how if you're into like the plant vibe or the fairy vibe, you would love this pack, especially for building and obviously gameplay, because you get lots like this. Like, it doesn't really matter if you already own like Realm of Magic and the Blooming Rooms kit and all of the other packs, you can't get this floating lot in a giant tree. This is so unique. This world is so unique, and all of the build and buy items just really amplify and lean into that concept like times 100. I'm super impressed with all of the different swatches we got and all of the different color combinations that you can make with the different swatches. As you can see, you can do something more neutral, you can do something a little darker, and you can do something more fun and girly too. In terms of how the pack felt on its own with just this pack in the base game, I definitely felt like I was missing some items and some things felt a little bit repetitive, especially since it's such a niche decor style. Certain items like lighting, for example, like I used this overhead light so many times and I kind of ran out of lights to use because the other options from the base game are more modern and don't really fit the fairy magical vibe. So I do still think I'm curious to see how this pack will perform when I have access to all of my other packs, and seeing how I can mix and match the items in maybe a slightly more hybrid contemporary way. For example, I think it would be really fun to build a more like normal modern home that just had touches of fairy elements, almost as if the sim or the family is trying to hide the fact that they are actually fairies. But yeah, that kind of build concept, I kind of need all of my other packs to accomplish that. But anyways, like I said, these are all just my very first impressions with day one of building with this pack. I would love to hear what you guys think of it so far. Please let me know down below what types of videos and what types of builds you guys want me to do with this new pack. Let me know if you want to see a new series with the Enchanted by Nature expansion pack. Let me know down below if you plan on purchasing or pre-ordering this pack. And once again, if you do, please do consider using code DoctorAshley at checkout, and 5% of your purchase will go towards supporting my channel. I had so much fun filming today's video, just doing some good old-fashioned building with no rules or anything. But with that being said, I cannot wait to see you guys next time. So as usual, I hope you guys all have a very, very, very above average day. Love you.